Because fashion has always romanced our society. Like women and men equally, everybody gets, enamored by fashion. So when fashion is for a cause, it is all the more better.
Right.
So, any message you have for young models or people who aspire to get into this field of modeling? Any message you have for them or for their parents who feel scared to send their children into this line? Like anything that you would like to tell them?
I feel like, in general, people who are getting into the fashion industry or getting anywhere in life, I feel like they should never stop studying. They must always be very educated. Even if you're modeling, you must always have, I'm not saying a plan B, but you always must have something that you're really, really passionate about. And it should not be just flaunting your beautiful hair and skin. It should be much more intense than that. And I feel like all those parents who are scared of children their of sending their children to the fashion industry, they should really question themselves. What are they scared of? Are they scared of their daughters getting victimized, or are they scared of their daughters fighting back and getting victimized? What are they scared of? I mean, are they scared of their daughters getting naked? Would they not even give them one chance of fighting back? Because it's going to change her life. When someone goes through an episode of rape and comes out of it alive, that person becomes super, super strong. And I myself, I'm a person, and I don't call myself a victim or whatever that bullshit is, because it's a man's way of describing a woman. Okay,
True.
so I think people should not be scared. Taking off clothes is what you do in the shower as well. And if someone's forcing you to take off clothes, then you piss in their face. You do whatever you feel you have to do. And there's nothing to be scared about. This whole social taboo of, oh my God, my daughter's going to be victimized. There always is an option of saying no. It does come with consequences. So I think what the parents need to do is prepare their children to say no, because
No.
no one we're not in those times where a man can literally force himself on you. You're going to shout, people are going to come and help you. So it is more mental and emotional abuse that happens before an actual physical abuse. So I feel like parents should tell their daughters, teach them how to say no, and teach them that saying no does come with consequences of where you might not get the job, where you might
Hmm.
be kicked out of the job, or where your husband might abandon you because you're not giving him sex that night. So they must prepare their daughters that, listen, you will say no, and this is what's going to happen to you. So now this is going to happen to you. So how can you prevent that? You become financially stable. When
True.
you're
True.
financially stable, you can just go through consequences much more easier than you would otherwise.
True.
So don't be scared of abuse. Abuse can happen whenever the hell, it rains, wherever. But people should not be scared of abuse. Is like being scared of death. It's gonna
Yeah.
come anyway. Abuse can happen to you anyway. It could be anywhere. You shouldn't be scared
Even
of
at the
that.
hands of your own family members. So you really do not need to leave your home and go somewhere. It can happen anywhere. The important thing is that we need to raise our children to have the power to say no and to be strong enough to face the consequences. So that is a very, very important takeaway. Another thing that I really loved is that whenever anybody goes through any kind of trauma, it really makes them very bitter. So, but the best thing is you've used those situations in your life to create something very meaningful, not just for yourself, but for the society in general. So I think and I don't think many people have the power to do that. Because normally, even if somebody gets ragged in school or college, they think, let me become a senior, I'll do that same thing to my junior. So, but this is something so beautiful and profound that you had the power to use that to create something which was much more meaningful and much more bigger than those little incidents, like small, petty, people who could, torment you or torture you in any way. So I think that's a very, very wonderful thing. And I think you should also acknowledge that you have a special power and not many people have that.
You're so kind. I feel like everyone has, as I said, everyone has a choice to make, and I feel like I did not want to let the society decide my fate and my destiny. I feel like, um, it was, I mean, I have been bitter. I have been very bitter with myself, but I feel like I am the person who's going to live in this body, and it's my life after all. And it's my
Yeah.
choice how I go about it. So, my choice of how I go about it is to dedicate my life, you know, to all the women out there. Because I feel like as a woman, I feel my biggest strength is being a woman. I get away with so many things because I have titties, to be honest. And not by showing them, by keeping them inside my shirt, just my gender is my savior. Because if
True.
I say that this guy is saying shit to me, he's gonna go behind the bars. So you take that sharam off from the dynamic. I'm very powerful, and I feel like all women must realize their power. And I feel like men control women and call them crazy and give them names like Durga Ma and Devi because they have celebrated women that the way they seek justice is by becoming crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be a Durga. Okay, I'm going to be a female Krishna Bhagwan with my flute in my hand. With this beautiful way of saying things, but saying things that are actually going to be intense. But I'm going to say it in a very melodic way, you know. So I am not going to be shouting and I'm not going to be abrasive. What is a man's perception of me? But
Yeah.
I am going to mind fuck them now. That listen, I'm here to talk and I'm going to tell you the nastiest of the shit that you do not want me to speak. I would never fathom a woman speaking in front of you, but I'm going to say those things, but in a very nice way. Like if you and I are saying, standing here and talking to each other, this is also very psychological. If I ask you to fuck off, you're going to be like, what the fuck is this woman saying? And if I say the same thing like, fuck off, you know, it's the same thing that I've said, but the impact is very different.
Different.
So I've just
Yeah. True.
tuned myself to say the righteous things in a very fucking different way.
Way.
So I
Yeah.
So I feel like that works. I learned that from Justice Ruth, by the way. I was watching her documentary. She's like, you want to fight for a woman, then you act like a woman. You know, you
Yeah.
don't shout. You talk. You talk like how the men talk, and more melodious than they are. And if things sound melodious, people want to hear them. Nobody wants to listen to an angry woman. People want to listen
Yeah.
to a sexy woman. So
Yeah.
I learn it from the men. So that's what I'm trying to do.
And the best takeaway is Shanda Sharam. So as long as we are afraid of being, afraid of our own sharam, I think we are trapped. But once we know that it is an asset that we have, I think that's true emancipation.
Correct.
Yeah, that
Look at
would
you
be
all
the best.
smiling.
No, actually, it was a very, very lovely session, and it happens that you come across somebody who can influence you in that way in such a positive manner. So I'm really, really grateful to you for that, and this has been really wonderful. And
Thank
maybe
you.
we can connect back soon
Yeah,
on something.
you have my
Yeah,
number. I
yeah,
called you from my number. You can hit me up on WhatsApp whenever you need me.
definitely,
Where is this going to
definitely.
be, by the way? On Instagram?
It's gonna be on, yeah, it's gonna be on Instagram and Facebook and on the YouTube channel. So we'll
Awesome.
be sharing the link. Yeah. So it
Okay.
was lovely. And whenever, if at all, this is like off the interview, but if at all you're in Punjab, I would definitely like to meet you in
I'll
person.
come for sure. It's my day 3 of the viral fever that I have, and I've started getting cold feet now. So I'm gonna go back to my bed. But I'm gonna be in
Yeah,
Bombay, and whenever you do come to Delhi, please come over.
I'm gonna hit you up. Definitely. Definitely.
Definitely. You're very young and vivacious, and you're so positive yourself. So I felt like, some people just want to interview for things that they want to write, but some people want to interview you because they want to actually understand, and you're one of those people.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that you're doing such a great job by putting a message out there and having me.
Thank you
So
so
yeah,
much.
thank you so much
It was
for
an absolute
connecting.
pleasure, and
Likewise.
hope to see you real soon.
Yeah, I'll come to Punjab for sure, for sure. A lot of people I
Definitely.
know.
Definitely. Looking
Alrighty,
forward
my
to it.
friend. Okay, beautiful.
Okay,
You send me your pictures for modeling as well.
definitely.
Okay,
Will
जी.
do.
Bye, bye, bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye
Bye.
bye.